Happy Sunday, motherfuckers. This is Mondo Homunculero. I apologize for the side view and the poor front view here on this particular camera. I'm running two cameras. I'm getting used to all of this. Today, and I'm also wearing a face covering to highlight the fact that people need to be wearing their masks when they go out in public. Since there's I think 75 million people have been fully vaccinated. Uh, People somehow are thinking that that's good enough, that they can just go out and go back to the socialization, quote, normality, unquote, that they previously experienced. Sorry, folks. Proof is in the pudding. Look up what's happening up in Michigan, for example. Cases are way up. Cases have been increasing here in Phoenix, and now you've got the British variant of the virus, which is more contagious, and they're saying it's more fatal. And so your 20 to 60 people, your 20-year-old to 60-year-old people are out just fucking around, thinking that they can do anything they goddamn well want to. Well, here's the problem, and this is where this country is really fucked up. First of all, this country has a fucked up view of freedom. They don't really know what that is because freedom is not a narcissistic exercise. It's not a selfish exercise. You live in a society with 300 and some odd 30 million, some odd million people in it. So we have to have a great deal of cooperation to make this thing workable. And we don't. We don't have it. People don't give a flying fuck. A lot of people don't. Now, there are a lot of people that do. I mean, 75 million people or more are fully vaccinated now. So that's right now 75 million people who give a fuck. And then you look at the bullshit that's spewed out of that orange piece of garbage's mouth about vaccines, about COVID 19, how contagious. Then you've got his punk ass son who needs to be just, I can't say what ought to be done to him because it's illegal for me to do that, so I'm not going to, but he is a despicable piece of shit, just like his dad, giving people misinformation, trying to get votes. So what happened with all that? What happened? Now you got like probably 20, 30 million people that are not going to get a vaccine because they believed his bullshit, whereas that son of a bitch, that dirty no-good son of a bitch has been vaccinated, fully vaccinated. He got the best medical care available in the country when he had the virus, and yet people believe his nonsense. And they believe this anti-vaxxer crap, and they have no knowledge. Yeah, I know, I'm pissed. It is a piss-off type of thing. Now, I'm not going to let you sons of bitches, I'm not going to let you endanger my health. Now, I've been vaccinated, both vaccines. Doesn't mean I can't catch it. Means I won't get severe disease. That's cool. Uh, but I'm not gonna go out in public without a mask on. I did go to a family gathering where I didn't have a mask on. Didn't need to. Everybody there had been vaccinated, except for I think maybe my niece and nephew. Whatever. Now I did feel a little sick after that. I got a weird sickness that hit me. It was a 24-hour deal, so I might have actually got COVID from one of them. But at least it went away. Okay, see, this is what most people are thinking. Well, I'm not going to get that sick because I'm healthy. Actually, having a good degree of health is going to keep you from getting sick or very sick. It is. And there are a certain amount of the population that does have natural immunity to this. Isn't that great? I think this is great that that's happening. However, here's what's also happening. People don't give a fuck. People don't give a flying fuck about each other for the most part. Young people want to go out and have fun, go to the bars, travel all over the world. They want to do all these things because they don't have a perspective on the world and their lives like we do, like some of us older folks do. Now, there's a lot of us older folks, and I understand the criticism of my generation, the baby boomer generation, which the cutoff point was 1965. uh, I understand how people get all perverted in their views of things. People actually listened to and believed Ronald Reagan. They actually listened to, I'm talking about adults at the time, listened to and believed that old crook, Richard Nixon. They believed these assholes. Now, Reagan is why our economy is fucked up and why there's so much inequality. He is the main purveyor of that economic disaster that we live in right now. And also, he kept running with the Red Scare. Oh, socialism. We can't have socialism. We already have socialism to a certain extent. And what most of us are talking about is we need government services for health, education, and the general welfare of the population. Oh, there's an agency for that. I see. People hate government. They don't trust government because they're told that government's bad and it's not to be trusted. Here's the problem. People have expectations of government and those who govern. They're unrealistic, inhuman expectations. These people are all human beings. They need good teamwork. They need cooperation within their agencies to make things work. They need to know what the problems are, but a lot of citizens don't give a fuck. They just want to criticize and get pissed and say that Democrats and Republicans are the same and blah, 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 that everybody's the same. No, they're not. A lot of people have similar issues they're concerned about. However, the results that they want might be different. For instance, there's a lot of Republicans that really think that there are inferior grades of people or races or social economic classes of people. They think they really are. And they think that those who are rich and powerful should govern. They should govern us. That's wrong. These people are fucking wrong. Now, if you want to be governed by a bunch of rich fuckers, you know, there's that other thing. You have these people that want a businessman to run the country. I don't want business people running this country. I want the people at large to run the country in cooperation with businesses. But let's face it, you want a democracy? Most businesses are not democratic. They're authoritarian, they're autocratic. They're either ruled by committees, or C-level people. They're ruled by everyone other than the employees. So you have an employer-employee relationship which mirrors master-slave. Then you've got the people that think everybody should be independent and have their own business. Go fucking piss up a rope. There's a lot of people that don't want their own business. There's a lot of people that have failed at having their own business. There's a lot of people that don't have the tools to run their own business. And then there's a lot of people who don't want their own business. They want to have a day job. They want to go someplace and work that they could be happy doing the work most of the time and get a paycheck for a fair wage every week or a good commission or whatever it is. That's what most people are like. Most people don't want to be in business. So I don't want people with a business attitude running our country. I don't. They don't do it well. They've proven it again and again. Okay, let's look at W. Bush. He was a businessman. He did a fucking really poor job of, quote, running, unquote, the country. Trump, really bad job, even though people really liked him because they liked the way he talked and the things that he said and his attitude, which was shit. The things that he said and the things that he did were fucking pure garbage. And everything he said was said so he could get votes and so he could stay in power. Right now, it's estimated he has $85 million that he's gotten from donors, mostly small donors. This is very troubling that Trump has any money politically. Very troubling. We can only hope that something legally happens to him. Probably won't, because the son of a bitch has enough money to pay fucking batteries of attorneys. He's been doing it for years and years. What we need to do is to continue to deconstruct his misinformation. We need to continue to do that in a very simple, easy way, and we need to do what he did and keep repeating, these are lies, and here is why. This is a lie, here is why. This is what we have to do. You know, I've been reading certain people. There's this woman who's on Facebook who used to be kind of a bit part actor who's done all kinds of cool stuff. She's kind of a media person, and she's a very, very pretty woman. But she's tried to have an opinion on politics, and it's tainted by all the propaganda. And then she accuses everybody else of being tainted by propaganda. Well, all of us who pay any attention to what we read have a certain taint on us from the content of what we read and its propagandization. Yes, we do. I am not a propagandist. I look for facts. In other words, there was a tornado in home court, wherever. It destroyed 34 houses. The winds were up to X miles an hour. This many people were injured. This many people died. Yeah, that's it. That's the news. And okay, so FEMA is already there on site. They're doing rescue operations, salvage operations, whatever. You report the facts and leave the fucking opinion out of it. This is the problem with mainstream media, all of them. I don't care who they are, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS. I don't care who they are. You know, there's other ones too. OAN is another one now. Geez, what a slag pile of misinformation that is. And also Newsmax. So now we've got all this media that is spewing opinions. It's not just reporting facts, because if we report facts on a wide variety of front, it cuts our news day down by probably about 80%. Yeah. So, and this is why a lot of people don't watch the news. They hate it. They see all this garbage and all this opinion, and they don't like it. And I don't blame them in that respect. There are some opinions that are quite a bit more well-informed and more poignant than others, however. I'm not here to tell you which ones I think they are. You have to pick those out. But let me tell you this. If you're attracted to right-wing media, you're attracted to the big lie. Beware of the big lie. That's what the right wing is. It's the big lie. It's telling you, we have your best interests at heart. Let us run the show. They've done a very poor job since Reagan. Anyway, that's my political rant for today. There's other topics I want to talk about. One of them is staying informed and neuroplasticity. I think a lot of people have been dumbed down by various things. They've gotten severely dumbed down by quite a few things. To tell you what those are, it's media, it's written content, keep it simple and stay stupid. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's a lot of things that people have been dumbed down. So they don't get the facts. They don't even care about the facts. Everybody's concerned, not everybody, but most people, I think, most working people are concerned with going to their job, doing their job, making their money, having food and shelter and transportation, basic needs. That's what most people are consumed with. And I don't blame them. That's what we have in front of us. A lot of people, I think, like 50% of us live paycheck to paycheck. I don't. I haven't for a long time, but I used to. I know what it's like. And it's not free of anxiety situation for most. So what I'm recommending, and I am making a recommendation here, people study up, find out about neuroplasticity and do what's suggested to increase it. There's exercise you could do, mild, moderate exercise. I do that every day. It really helps my mental state. Find exercises to release your anxiety and your distress. Those are things we have to do. Eat right. Yeah, don't eat a bunch of foods that have too much energy in them, like a lot of fats, a lot of fucking fats. Don't eat foods that have the wrong kind of fat. Basically, don't eat a bunch of sugar and carbohydrates unless you're one of those people. I know people, they run on sugar. They are sugar junkies. They run on it. Okay, so, but they need to talk to their endocrinologist and their dietitian about those kinds of things. And that's right. That's why we have these medical professionals, because they can agree on things that we need to do. Strategies. We need strategies to take care of ourselves. So that's some of it. Okay, other parts of it, we need to meditate. Okay, so you don't want to meditate. Okay, so you think prayer is the way. Okay, so pray meditatively. How do you do that? I used to, when I used to do prayer, and I don't do it anymore because I don't like it. One, two, it doesn't work because there's nothing out there. The only thing that's out there is the rest of us, which is good. I don't pray to the rest of us. So I stopped praying because for me, it doesn't work. And it doesn't work for most people. They think it does. And it actually places them in a meditative state that is very beneficial. I'm pretty itchy because there's a bunch of pollen flying around. There's also some stone wool particles that are flying around here making me itchy. At any rate, we need to settle down. We need to release our anxiety. We need to exercise. We need to read. Reading is very good for us. 6 to 10 minutes a day of reading is recommended. I do more than that. It's good for you. Playing video games is a good way to maintain and increase neuroplasticity. Some people like to do that. I used to play a lot of games, don't anymore. Just don't enjoy it anymore. Attention span's pretty short on that level. But I can't. I mean, I have every fucking Oculus you can think of. I think I'll go get the 2 now. Let's see if I'll use it. At any rate, all of you, I'm glad you're here. Today we're streaming, so I'm not playing any music because I was warned by Apple. Now I'm running Mac now. I've always run PC, and I've had a Mac for a while, and now I got a MacBook Pro because it fits my purpose and suits my purposes here in the studio for doing these podcasts and these vlogs, which is much better. I took back a ZV-1 Sony camera that's supposed to be a vlogging camera. It doesn't work on any of my equipment. So I took it back, got rid of it, got my money back. Best money back I ever got. So now I got 2 cameras that are excellent that work with my MacBook Pro and will, of course, work on a PC if I want to use PC. That makes me very, very happy. I'm going to kill the video portion here in a little bit and then go strictly back to my Rodecaster podcast and record another session where I can put the music on because I like having music in the background. I don't want to run into copyright infringements with Blowtube. You know what you know, there's a lot of restrictions on that platform. So you have to, if you want to stay on the platform, we have to honor those restrictions. You know, don't put violent threats on there. Don't play copyrighted music on there. You know, a lot of things that we have to do. So that's cool. There's a lot of stuff in the news that needs covering. You know, this, okay, a lot of people are pissed at the government because they don't seem to get anything done. Okay, well, I kind of go along with that. Here's the problem, though. The problem is not the government. The problem is who you elected. The problem is who you elected to administer your government, meaning Republicans and corporate Democrats. We need those moderates out. We need the reactionaries out. We need all those corporatists out. We need corporate money out. It needs to be gone. Small donors, well, we need to have a public platform for politicians and kick all of them off of the profit platforms. That's right. No speeches on fucking MSNBC, CNN, CBS, ABC, NBC, blah, blah, blah. No speeches, no political ads, nothing. You need to have a public video platform. We already have one. It's called C-SPAN. That's the only place where these people should talk. And they should all get equal time, and they should be focused on the issues and not this xenophobic, racist rhetoric that has seemed to dominate everything. And that'll help us with government. And we need to have civilian oversight. I understand you're too busy. You don't want to be involved. Well, it's a good thing for us retired people to do. Well, I'm not retired yet, but I will be. That's a good thing for us retired people to do. Us retired people need to get involved in civilian oversight. We need to pull in young people. We need to have massive civilian oversight over the administration of our government. And that's city, state, regional, and national. We need civilian oversight. That's how you're going to clean up government. That's how you're going to put people in office who are true public servants. That's how that's going to work. And until we do something like that, people are going to believe the Reagan lie. Big government. And then he won't believe Trump. I alone can fix everything. No, he alone fucked up a lot of stuff. A lot of things he fucked up. All in the name of getting the vote and getting you to send him money. Don't send him any money. Don't listen to him. He doesn't write well. He says he reads. I don't know. He doesn't absorb much of it, does he?